Welcome back. So we're going to talk real quick about the assignment that we're going to be doing, which is bend calculations for a particular part. So one thing I wanted to discuss with you, we've talked about doing the actual bend deduction calculations, but how do we apply those calculations? So this is the drawing that we're going to be working off of for this assignment. And you'll notice that there's three flanges, right? So one flange, two flange, three flanges. I've given you both the flange length and the leg length on these as well. So when we're calculating the length, we're calculating to determine how long this piece needs to be. Now, obviously, this 36 inches or 3 feet is going to stay consistent, right? We're making this part 3 feet long. So this isn't going to change at all. But this contour right here is where we're going to apply our bend allowances to. So what we need to remember is bend allowances are leg lengths plus bend allowances. Bend deductions are flange lengths minus bend deductions. So in this instance right here, we have two 90-degree corners or two 90-degree bends with flanges on either side. So we're going to do our calculation for this bend deduction. We're going to use all of the information that we did in the previous video for doing the calculations themselves, come up with the bend allowance or the bend deduction, either or, and we're going to apply that. The one thing I want to remind you is that we're applying that to both bends, right? There's two bends here. So we're going to have a flange length here, even though the information is exactly the same material thickness, same bend angle, all of that. That information is going to be the same, but we need to remember to apply it twice. So flange length plus bend allowance, or excuse me, leg length plus bend allowance, leg length plus bend allowance, leg length. All of those are going to total up for your final blank length for this particular part. If the angles change, because when we start looking at other parts and in the future, you're going to do another one that's a little more complicated. When we start having multiple angles, that angle is going to affect the bend allowance. So we can't just use kind of a boilerplate, do one bend deduction or bend allowance and use that across the board. Anytime the angle changes, that bend deduction and allowance number changes as well. So just remember that we need to apply that one for each and every bend. All right, I look forward to seeing what you come up with, and have a great day.